Why is there another Casey and Aniya conversation, producers? What more does there need to be said? What more needs to happen? Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8. Is this episode 26, you guys? The first look just dropped, and I got a lot of things to say. So we pick up with part 2 of movie night, you guys, and it looks like we're getting a full-on trailer of Kenzie. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't look good. It does not look good for Kenzie out here in these streets. I don't know if there's another video of Casey or if Casey is a part of Corbin's door and gets exposed again, because Casey does not look happy at all, you guys. Then, of course, we get to the sincere of it all, or insincere of it all, because he has a video, which is the part 2 of his RICO case, the part 2 of his movie trailer, in which he is telling Amora, you know what I'm saying? You know, if we had more time out here, it would be you. So Melanie went from crying and curled up into the fetal position and having Aniya squeeze her hand for dear life because she was shaking and all of the things, to now she's activated. Now she's activated. She has stood up. She is cussing out Sincere. And then she runs away to go cry, you guys, because this was absolutely too much. Now, they did a good job of not giving too much away in the first look in terms of whose movie nights are on the Jumbotron, but we have an idea that basically Kenzie and Sincere and potentially Casey, again, possibly via way of Corbin, you know what I'm saying, could be the situation, because we have Casey, basically, he has his jacket up on half of his face, covering up half of his face, like cringing. Everybody has the shock face. Zack Attack is trying to do the squinkly eyes and everything else. But ultimately, we don't know who are all the targets and everything else outside of another Sincere video, the Kenzie special. And perhaps, like I said, maybe Casey is a part of Corbin's video. But, you know, that was it for the evening. Then we get into the next day. And, and also Melanie's questioning her connection with Sincere. I mean, who's surprised? And then she told Sincere, same thing with Aniya. I chose you every time. I chose you every time, and you're out here playing in my face. You're out here embarrassing me. So then Kata has a conversation the next day with Kenzie and is like, listen, look at here. I can't defend the indefensible. I cannot defend the nonsense that was in your trailer last night. You looked absolutely terrible. Then we have a conversation with Aniya and Sincere that is basically saying, listen, look at here. How dare you? How dare you do that to my girl? How dare you do that to my friend? You really have the effing audacity, right? So then the girls are getting ready, and basically they are going to tell Kenzie, you know what I'm saying, you are the drama. You are the focal point of the drama. So then there looks like there might be an explosive conversation with Melanie and Sincere, where she is telling him that he needs to grow up. And then we have, of course, the Peanut Gallery, which is Zack Attack and Bryce, basically saying that the conversation doesn't look good. Then we have a conversation with Aniya and Casey. Again, why? Production. Why is there another conversation with Casey and Aniya? And I know Casey is about to take zero accountability, and he's about to focus on the fact that Aniya stood in his face for 3 seconds. I have a feeling that is going to be how the conversation is framed, because Casey has to be the victim in every situation. Aniya is facing Casey, and Casey is facing forward. In the conversation now, they cannot be alone together without a mediator. Like, what are we doing, production? I don't want to see any more Casey and Aniya scenes. And this is coming from a former Kanaya supporter. Please, it's too volatile. The black is too hot. There is too much, you know what I'm saying, out here between these two? What more is there to be said? What more is there to be discussed? Who cares? Can we see Aniya with her connection with Carl? Can we see Casey with Tate? You know what I'm saying? Can we get a freaking recoupling? I thought usually we get a recoupling. At least that's what y'all did in season 6. After part 2 of movie night, we got a surprise recoupling, because ultimately, how long is Aniya and Carl going to be kissing and say less and not being a couple? The finale is next week. We have to vote on couples. If Aniya and Carl are not going to be a couple this entire time, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And we got to get some butts up out of this villa. There is way too many people in this villa. You know what I'm saying? It's been about a week since Casa Amor has ended, has concluded. Some butts need to leave this villa. Gal and Jen are not a match. Kenzie is just keeping Dylan on standby until a last set of bombshells come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, Amora's just there for the clout, for the followers, to be Tay-Tay's bestie. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get through this. Is Melanie and Sincere going to get back together for the upteenth time, or are y'all going to bring in a bombshell for Melanie? Is Kata going to take Zack Attack back for the upteenth time, or are y'all going to bring in a last set of bombshells to try to make something shake? Like, I'm just over it, you guys. I am just over it. But I don't know why we are dragging out the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are here for the love, but there's way too much drama. There is way too much chaos. We are not seeing the proper connections that need to form. But ultimately, I am hoping Aniya's conversation with Sincere is not convincing him that he still needs to move forward and try to close things off with Melanie, because, listen, dude, like, y'all need to go y'all separate ways. Y'all need to go y'all separate ways. Here he is in the confessional talking about well, I had a really good connection with somebody, and I think I might have blew it. No. Not only did you blow it, Sincere, you know what I'm saying? You blew it up. You blew it up and everything else. So, yeah, this is about to be a hot mess express tonight. I already know, you know what I'm saying? The KC defenders, they're going to be out in full force. And I'm just tired. I am just tired, y'all. Can we focus on the actual love? It's week 5. It is week 5. The season finale is next week. Can we focus on love? Is that too much to ask? How many times is Melanie and Sincere going to do this merry-go-round? If you are going to take Sincere back, Melanie, for the upteenth time, what is the point? What is the point? At least with Casey and Aniya, everything ended Casa night. Everything was over Casa Amor night. But if we're not, you know what I'm saying? If we're going to double back and continue to entertain this connection, like, I have no words. I have no words. If we're just going to continue to cuss out Sincere, but again, I feel like this is what, you know what I'm saying? This is what toxicity looks like. Where y'all going to continue to fight like this and then resolve it and get back together and everything else. And I'm just tired. I am just tired, but I really do not want to see the Casey and Aniya's conversation. I might have to fast forward to that first. And then go back to the rest of the movie night, because I don't know how this conversation is going to go, but they do not have good communication with each other. You know what I'm saying? They can never, you know what I'm saying? Aniya's able to express herself, but Casey basically waits for whatever Aniya's about to say and then wants to piggyback off other stuff. But Casey, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you were on the Jumbotron. You did say disrespectful stuff about Aniya behind her back. You laughed and made all of these jokes about her and all of this and all of that. And if you didn't like her from the start, just say that. If you were just using her from the start, just say that. If you were holding on to day one, nobody picking you, just say that. You know what I'm saying? But you and Aniya could have easily just been a friendship couple until a bombshell that you like came in. Y'all didn't have to do all the lovey-dovey stuff, the kissing in the bed, the cuddling, all those things y'all were doing the first couple of weeks. And then when y'all, you know, rekindled things after the letter recoupling, y'all went back to kissing in the bed again. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do all of that just to keep yourself safe in the villa. You could have just told Aniya at whatever point, listen, I don't think we have a romantic connection with each other. Let's just be a friendship couple until whoever our type is come in. Whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whichever one of us first makes that connection, either with a bombshell or we thug it out till the Casa Amor. Aniya didn't get the memo, though, that the connection was ending at Casa Amor. So that's the problem. So, you know, ultimately, she has a right to be upset. She has a right to be in her feels that she is seeing all this stuff that was said about her leading up to Casa Amor and during Casa Amor. So, but I do not want another Casey and Aniya conversation because it's going to be an epic fail. It is going to be an epic fail. It is going to be an epic disaster. Let's just have Aniya focus in on Carl production. There's nothing further to milk with Aniya and Casey. Like, I feel like at what point is it going to stop? At what point is it going to end? You know what I mean? Aniya has been made aware that Casey really wasn't feeling her. He never liked her, whatever the case may be. Can we move forward with the Carnaya connection? Can we move forward with the Casey and TT connection? Like I'm just too through. So, nonetheless, that is it for the first look, you guys. And yeah, I'm tired. I am tired because what was this first look? Where is the recoupling? Where is some dumping? We need to get some people up out of this villa. But there's that. Do me the biggest favor. Hype the video. Hype the video, please. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.